So number 19, we have the tangent of u equals 1/2, and we're told that it's in the third quadrant. So you'll see that I put that in the third quadrant. When I put 1/2, I noticed I had to put a negative here because in the quadrant both x and y are negative. And then using the Pythagorean theorem, you should get the square root of 5 for your hypotenuse. So now we're supposed to find sine of 2u. And so our formula says 2 sine u cosine u. And then I'll just use the formula, or the triangle that I have. So sine of u is -1 over root 5, and cosine of u is -2 over root 5. And I'm not going to worry about rationalizing yet, because as I do this, I'm going to put 2 over 1, and I'll multiply across the top. And if two negatives cancel a positive, and I'll get a 4 on the top. And then when I multiply on the bottom, I'm multiplying these square roots, which would just give me 5, so I didn't need to rationalize. So 4/5 for the sine of 2u. Now the cosine of 2u, I have those 3 different formulas that I can use. It really doesn't matter which one you use. I'll just go with the second one. How about? So then we have 2. The cosine of u is -2 over root 5. That'll be squared minus 1. So we get 2 times, square the top, you get 4, square the bottom, you get 5, minus 1. This is 2 over 1. So we get 8 over 5 minus 1, which is 5 over 5. And 8 minus 5 is 3 over 5. Now for the tangent of 2u, of course we could use a formula. But why bother when we could just take sine over cosine? Denominators cancel and you get 4/3. Alright, so then for this next one we've got secant of u. That's going to be in the second quadrant. Now secant of u is that, so the cosine of u is -2/5. So that means adjacent is -2, my hypotenuse is 5. And then my other side would be 25 minus 4 is 21, square root of 21. So then I find the sine of 2u, so that would be 2 sine u cosine u, which would be 2 sine of u is root 21 over 5. Cosine of u is -2 over 5. This will be over 1, and I multiply across the top, I'll get -4 root 21 over 25. And then the cosine of 2u, once again, it really doesn't matter which one we use. I'll just use a second one again. So then we get 2 times the cosine, -2/5 squared, minus 1. This will be 2 over 1 times 4 over 25, minus 1. So we'll get 8 over 25, minus, and getting a common denominator, 25 over 25. So this will be a -17 over 25. And then to figure out tangent of 2u, we'll go ahead and use sine over cosine. So the denominators are going to cancel. The negatives will cancel, so we get 4 root 21 over 17. Okay, number 9, we're supposed to solve for x. So the sine of 2x, we can replace that with the formula. So we have 2 sine x cosine x, and then we still have minus sine of x equals 0. Now you'll notice they both have a sine of x, so I'll factor out a sine of x. So I get 2 cosine x minus 1 equals 0. I'm going to set each one of those equal to 0 and solve. Now sine of x equals 0. Sine is the y value, so it's going to equal 0 at 2 spots. So x will equal 0 and pi. And then as I solve this one, divide by 2. So then cosine of x equals 1/2. Cosine is the x value, so I'm looking at that one, which is pi over 3. And then I'm also looking in the fourth quadrant, which would be 5 pi over 3. So those are your 4 answers, I suppose. And this last one, let's see here, we are supposed to do show how the one side equals the other. So cosecant of 2 theta, notice there is no formula for that, so I'm going to change that into 1 over sine of 2 theta. And then I'm going to use the formula, so it's 2 sine theta cosine theta. And if you look, on the bottom of what I want is 2 cosine theta, so I already have that. And the top is cosecant. Well, that's just sine if I moved it up. So I'm going to rewrite that. I'm going to take that sine, and remember 1 over sine is cosecant, so I can write cosecant on the top, and then I'm left with 2 cosine theta, which is exactly what I was looking for.